everybody, I'm Miss Rika and I am excited to be your tutor in today's math tutorial. But before we dive into today's discussion, let me first ask you, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling excited to learn new mathematical concepts? If that's so, let's get started! Today, we are going to talk about one of the four fundamental operations in mathematics, which is the addition. But first, let us know the materials prepared by the Society of Future Mathematics Educators to make this tutoring meaningful. First, we have our 2-in-1 board. We also have our whiteboard marker, chalks, and board eraser. And lastly, we have our instructional materials. Oh wait! You don't have to worry about your things because the organization already prepared your very own scratch notebook and pencils with erasers. All you have to do now is listen, focus, and learn. Before we start our tutoring, I will ask you first to answer these drill exercises to distinguish your existing knowledge about addition. I will give you 15 seconds each item to answer these questions, and you may use your scratch notebook in writing your solutions. You may start now. Let us now check your answers on items number 1 and 2. Okay, Eldon, kindly give me your answer in item number 1. Very good. The answer in item number 1 is 21. I hope that everyone got it right. For our item number 2, Mary, kindly give me your answer in number 2. Very good. The answer in item number 2 is 46. For items 3 and 4, you may now start. Okay, both of you, can you show me your answers? I think you missed out something. Together, let us solve this problem. Let us now start adding the digits from right to left. So adding 5 to 1, we will get 6. Adding 9 to 7, we will get 16. So we will write 6 in here and carry over 1. And then we will add 1 plus 2 plus 3. We will get 6. And then we will bring down 1. The answer we got is 1,666. Don't worry even if you didn't get all of the items correctly. Don't give up because good things take time. Let's learn the meaning, parts, and property of addition and the ways to solve simple and complex equations. Addition is basic yet essential operation that helps us combine numbers to find their total. It is very useful in many parts of our life, especially in our home, school, and job. For example, it is your first day of school and then your mother gave you 20 pesos as your allowance. And then you saw your father and asked him to give you 10 pesos. And then your sister saw you and gave you 15 pesos. How much allowance have you obtained in total? So that problem is one of the practical usage of addition in our real life. For you to have a concrete illustration about addition, let us learn about its parts. The addends refers to the numbers or terms that are being added together. In this case, we have 4 and 1, while the plus sign indicates that the operation that will be utilized is addition, while the equal sign indicates that the left side and the right side of the equations are equal. The sum refers to the resulting value after combining the addends. You must remember that when you see the plus sign, the operation that we will be using will be addition. Now, let us proceed to the properties of addition. Number 1, addition is commutative. Let us all remember that whenever we interchange the position of the numbers involved when we are adding, the resulting value will never be changed. For example, I ask you to find the sum of 4 and 3. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. And then I ask you again, what is the sum of 3 and 4? 3 plus 4 is also equal to 7. So interchanging the position of the terms involved in the equation does not affect the values we will be obtaining. For the next property, we have the associative property. Addition satisfies the associative property because even if we interchange the groupings of the numbers involved when we are adding, the ultimate answer won't be affected. For example, we have in this left side of our equation 4 plus the quantity 6 plus 2 is equal to the quantity of 4 plus 6 plus 2. So first, we are going to add the numbers in the parentheses. So we copy 4 plus 6 plus 2 is 8 is equal to 4 plus 6 is 10 plus we copy 2 and then 4 plus 8 is 12. 10 plus 2 is 12. Therefore, we conclude that even if we interchange the groupings in the equation, we will get the same answer. For the next property, we have the identity property. This property states that whenever we add 0 to a number, we will obtain the number itself. So for example, I ask you to add 0 and 8. We will get the 8. And then, what if I ask you to add 1 million and 0? What will be the answer? Yes, of course, the answer will be 1 million. Now that we finished learning about the properties of addition, let us now recall the 3 properties that we've just talked about. So, what is the property that is being satisfied whenever I ask you to add 3 and 4 and 4 and 3? Very good, it is the commutative property because interchanging the position of the involved numbers in the equation does not affect the ultimate answer. What about when I ask you to find the sum of 126 and 0? Yes, it is the identity property. What about when I ask you to add the quantity of 3 plus 1 plus 6 is equal to 3 plus quantity of 1 plus 6? Very good, it is the associative property. Very good, very nice. You are listening to our discussion. Now, let us proceed on how to add single-digit numbers. But first, let me ask you, do you have any idea what are single-digit numbers? Yes, very good. Single-digit numbers are the numbers from 0 to 9. So, for example, your father is planning to build a zoo, and then he bought 4 elephants. And then his friend gave him 2 more elephants. How many elephants does he have in total? So first, we have 4 elephants. And then the friend gave him another 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Therefore, there are 6 elephants in the zoo. But what are we going to do if the involved numbers are 2-digit numbers or more? Here are the procedures that we must follow to obtain the correct answer. The first step is to use the vertical addition, where we will line up the numbers in column following their place values. So for instance, we have 534 plus 45 written in a linear addition. So we will transform this into a vertical addition. So we will be writing 534, and then according to the definition of the vertical addition, we will be writing the other number in the next row aligned to the place value of the first term. So since 45 is in the 10th place, so we will be counting the place values of the first term. So this is ones and this is tens. So we will write 45 here. And then the second step is to add the numbers. So 4 plus 5 is 9. 3 plus 4 is 7. And then we bring down 5. So the answer in this equation is 579. The process we just did is called addition with no regrouping. This is a process of adding numbers of same place value, whereas the sum that will be obtained is a single digit number. Let us now proceed to addition with regrouping. So in this case, we will have the given 79 plus 18. So again, the first step in solving is to write the equation in a vertical addition. So 79 plus 18. So 9 plus 8 is 17. So 17 is a two-digit number. That is why we will be writing 7 in the ones place value, and then we will carry over the other 10. So we will carry over 1 in the tens value. So next, we will be adding 1, 7, and 1. So we will obtain the answer 9. Therefore, the answer when we add 79 and 18 is 97. Here is another example. So we have the given 566 plus 225. So we will be starting at the right side to the left side. So we will be adding 6 and 5. 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. So we will write 1 in the ones place value and then carry over 1. And then we will add 1, 6, and 2. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 2, it's 9. And then we will add 5 and 2. We will get 7. So notice that whenever we obtain two-digit number, we always follow the procedure of carrying over or adding with regrouping. Whenever we obtain a single-digit number, we will just write the number as it is. So always remember this one. Whenever we are performing the addition without regrouping, we are not following the procedure of carrying over. Well, when we are using the addition with regrouping, we follow the procedure of carrying a digit or number over to the next place value. Now, it is time for you to get your scratch notebook because I want you to solve this remaining problem with me. The given is 87 plus 56. I want you to determine if the equation involves addition with regrouping or addition without regrouping. Very good. The equation involves addition with regrouping. Why? Because when we add 7 and 6, we will obtain a two-digit number which is 13. So we have to carry over 1. So let's answer. 7 plus 6 is 13. So we will write 3 in the ones place value and carry over 1. And then we will add 1, 8, and 5. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. So we will write 14. So the answer when we add 87 and 56 is 143. It is now time to solve varied exercises to know if your addition skills have improved and if you learned something in today's discussion. You may copy the item 1 to 5. And then here are the items 6 to 10. You may use our remaining time to do this activity and I will be collecting them at the end of the time. Okay, my dear tutors, it is now time to pass your papers. Thank you. Now, I want to thank you for your effort, patience, and time, and I hope that you've learned a lot of things today. I hope to see you next session. Good day!